This is a special meeting of the trustees of the village of Burnham, Cook County, Illinois. This is the agenda. Today is April 15, 2025. At the time, will clerk call the roll, please?
Trustee Cap?
Here.
Trustee Hodges?
Here.
Trustee Garcia?
Here.
Trustee Greer?
Here.
Trustee Richardson? Trustee Clay?
Here.
Could we stand for the pledge of allegiance, and could we lead this trustee Clay Brooks?
Pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, before we open the meeting up to the public, if you have anything to say to the board, if you would just give us your name and a reason for addressing the board. And a couple of people that's here in particular that's not making reference to you, and we'll call on you at the appropriate time. I will ask for a motion to open the meeting to the public.
A motion of the meeting to the public.
So there's a motion on the floor by trustee Hodges. Could we have a second, please?
I'll second it.
The second by trustee Cap. Will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
All right, thank you. The meeting is now open to the public. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes so we can move the meeting readily along. Is there any public comment?
Yes, I'm John Hyduk. Ms. Chavez, 2 meetings ago, March 25th one, John Cap pointed out you made a mistake on the agenda concerning the engagement letter. When do you expect to have the correction posted on the village website? Next point is but concerning tonight's meeting. There's 2 businesses that are being approved to do business in Burnham tonight. That's the only 2 things that are on the agenda. Why couldn't this be done in last Tuesday's meeting or next Tuesday's meeting? And who's paying for all of you to be here tonight? Taxpayers. It's our tax money. Mr. Polk, is this the way that you and the board celebrate winning an election? If everyone shows up, it's gonna cost the village about $1,000. That's $100 for each one of you guys. The clerk, you, Mr. Polk, and if the attorney shows up, it's more than 200, it's gonna cost village even more than that, over $1,000. My next point is, you told residents an awful lot of stuff in the last few months, all you guys did, and they believed you. And now you guys do this. My next point, Mr. Polk, I came in to pay my water bill yesterday. You saw me. I asked you a simple question. You turned around, walked away rather rudely. What comes around goes around, Mr. Polk. Now, the next point is, now concerning the election, I needed the black vote. I didn't get it, okay? The people voted for a black man. That's what they thought. What they didn't know, they voted for a bunch of thieves. This is just an example of it tonight. Sad thing is, Burnham's like 65% black. What most black people don't realize, I care more about them than any one of you guys do. This is, again, evidence of that. It's their money that they're paying tonight. Mr. Polk, if you were paying for everyone to be here tonight out of your own pocket, I wouldn't say a word. But there's no way we'd be here right now. None of us would be, because it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna come out of your pocket, it's coming out of ours. What really scares me is just what you are doing that we don't know about. Lastly, you are all supposed to be public servants. You're supposed to help us. You're supposed to ease our tax burden. Mr. Polk, you've been talking about that last several months. Instead, you're piling on our tax burden with stuff like you're doing tonight. Like I said, what comes around goes around, Mr. Polk. Feel free to explain yourself, sir.
Any other comments? I'll ask for a motion to close the meeting to the public.
I make a motion to close the meeting to the public.
There's a motion on the floor by trustee Claybrook. Could we have a second, please?
Second.
And second by trustee Cap. Will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia? Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
And so the meeting is now closed to the public, and thank you for that. So Trustee Garcia, we take item number 3.
Discussion of consideration of and taking action to approve or not approve a new business, A&A Chicken, to be known as Harold's Chicken, which it will be located at 2208 State Street in Burnham.
Okay, so, these two businesses are very important to the village, and, there have been a few issues here, a few issues there, whatever the case, so it was important enough for us to call this meeting tonight and not to put it off any later, and that is the reason for this meeting. So if we have these types of meetings to be called, they will be called, and so, we wanna take care of the people's business. So with that being said.
Could have had it last week, sir. They would have been in business by now.
You have to leave. Make them leave.
Cap, you have no authority.
John, please,
Out of respect to you,
it's closed already.
out of respect to you.
All right.
Okay, so, Trustee Garcia, so you read that, so you make the motions.
So I make a motion to approve A&A Chicken, to be known as Harold's Chicken, which is located at 2208 State Street in Burnham.
Okay, so before we ask for a second, I assume this is the gentleman here.
Mr. Washington?
Yes.
Would you like to stand up and tell us a little bit about it?
My name is Antoine. I've currently been in business for 12 years. I own multiple Heralds. Have another location in Oak Forest. I'm building one new right now in Oakland. I have a Maxwell located in Lansing, and I also have a Maxwell located in Country Club Hill. My plan is to open Harold Chicken here in Burnham, serve the customer 7 days a week from 10 to 10, with quality customer service and affordable prices.
Okay, does the board have any questions?
Yes, hi, good evening. Question is, what inspired you to start your business here in Burnham?
I have family that lives here in Burnham, and I also have a relative that grew up in Burnham and lived for a long time, and they always, told me, bring it to Burnham, I think you'll do very well in the community of Burnham, and I was willing to give it a chance.
And so who's the relative?
Kamisha Battles.
Okay. Are there any other questions from the board?
Just that we wanted to taste the chicken.
So, what ways are you planning on marketing your business?
I do have, I use like the marketing platform like Facebook, TikTok, and I also plan to do door mailers. You go through the post office and local coupons and things like that for the neighborhood as well.
When, I do have something to say, nice to meet you, sir. When a good business comes to Burnham, it helps everybody here, you understand? So, one thing wasn't, the last time wasn't the last meeting, because you were able to get your stuff together and you were able to come here. When we open a business, it helps the taxpayers. It's really important for us to open good businesses in Burnham. I wanna let that be on the record. It's not just we're trying to steal money, no, it's about us opening business and giving opportunities. That being said, are you open to hire Burnham residents to work at Harold's?
Absolutely.
And also, that being said, I appreciate you being here. One thing that is concerning though for us is making sure those alleys back there are clean. And like, cause rodents and a lot of times the neighbors are kind of concerned about that. You guys are able to have a plan for that maybe?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll make it a daily routine that it get cleaned every day.
Yeah, man, we appreciate that. Thank you.
And we certainly will find the merchants down there if they pouring the grease and stuff down the alley, we will find them for that, so we ask the people to not do that.
Okay.
Okay?
And
All right.
one thing,
I'm sorry. go
I,
ahead.
I see on your business plan, it says that you, offer catering.
Yes.
Okay, so, would you have a different catering menu?
Oh, I will.
Okay. That's all.
And the first 100 packages, are free, right? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. See you, Trustee Garcia.
Well, I need a motion.
So Trustee Garcia made a motion to approve the new license for Harold's Chicken. Could we have a second?
I second it.
A second by Trustee Hodges. Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
All right, motion passed, thank you. Proceed, trustee Garcia.
Discussion,
Well, you can go ahead and read it for the record.
discussion of consideration of and taking action to approve a new business on the new ownership, OE. It is, as a sole proprietorship, will be located at 2456 and 2458 State Street.
Okay, so what's the status of this?
All right, Mayor Polk and trustee, my name is Mark Walker, I'm the owner of It Is franchise. We have quite a few locations. This particular location here at 2458, we have 28 employees that work there. And we've been in Burnham since, 2019, I think it is, when we first came into Burnham. And we've had great success. Believe me, we're highly grateful. My employees are grateful. We continue to have lines out the door. Sunday is a monster over there. And so we definitely are grateful. I do know that the village has sent us quite a few reminders that we needed to either put in a new license or to transfer somewhat of the license from 2208 down to 2458. That has been an oversight big time on my part. However, since then, of course, they have shut the business down because of non-compliance. Definitely understand it, definitely want to make it correct. Since then, I did come in and me and my partner, we filled out the application to do so. And so once submitted everything on this particular application that was asked for, the clerk stated that the application name and the leaseholder was not the same. And so my question to her was, is that a rule of thumb? Because I had another business in Burnham, same thing, the sandwich shop, it was not like that. There's plenty of businesses here in this particular county that does not match or whatever. So I didn't understand what her reasoning for. And so when she said that, I said, well, okay, no problem. Since you're saying that that's what the rule of thumb is, I'll come inside and I'll put it in my name. The lease says my name, I'll just put the license in my name, that's perfectly fine, and whatever fees or whatever associated with whatever, I'll pay it. And so she asked me, could I come in on Friday? I said, no, I couldn't. She asked me if no, I said I will come in on Monday. I was in the hospital, did not get released from Christ Hospital until Monday afternoon. So I came this morning to do so. She said that she would have my forms available for me. I came in this morning at 10 o'clock. She was not here, nor did the secretary have the forms available to give me back that I gave her. And so I requested, can I have a new package for a new license? She said, oh, I can't give you one. She said that the clerk will have to be the one to give it to you. She said, because I think it's 2 of them and I'm not sure which one it was. But I can take down your number and she'll give you a call. She didn't give me a call at all today. And so then I called the mayor personally and asked him, is there any way that he can intervene in this matter or whatever? And then he told me about the special meeting, which I knew nothing about at all. And so I'm here today now. Whatever forms that she's saying that, now she just gave me another application, a new application. This could have been done earlier today. I could have had all this stuff today. No one called me or whatever, even the fact. So I'm just want to know what's the next steps that we can do to get our business back open, get these employees back.
By the same token, again, for the record, I know that the office and different personnel have reached out to you on several.
And I stated that
You
earlier.
stated that. So with that being said, we will certainly work diligently with you.
Mhm.
I mean, you have a good productive business, but you have a high name profile, and we welcome that, and we appreciate you investing your money in business. But another issue is with the garbage and stuff behind the building, we get a lot of complaints, a lot of calls, so.
And just like I spoke to you earlier, Mayor, I told you that we adhere to that. You all wrote 2 citations, one for that man's business, I paid that one, plus the one for my business, I paid that citation. And since then, there has not been an issue, and I explained that to you as well.
Yes, you did. So, however, we still have been getting some calls. I got a call this morning. In fact, when you called me, today, I was on the phone with a resident that was complaining about that very thing. So, I mean, as we were speaking, as I was speaking to her, you was calling. So, and so what do we have now?
Nothing. So, Mr. Walker, what have you decided? Are you going to, like you told me, open it up as a sole proprietorship?
No, we
Or are you
wanted to
gonna
open it
open it
up
up?
with this particular application, with all of the documents that you asked for in this particular package.
But you had told me that you were not gonna do that after all when we spoke on the phone, so that is why it wasn't on the agenda that way, Mr. Walker.
Clerk, I told you that only because you told me that I could not submit this. There's no way I
That
was,
is not the case, Mr. Walker.
okay.
I told you that it would have to be addressed to the board as a new business because it's no longer in your name as the owner of the business. Is what those documents under your name, Mr. Walker?
It's under my partner's name.
Okay,
But do I need
so as I
to, do I
told
need
you-
to put a slash and put my name? Would that help? Or, that's fine. I'm not trying to break any rules. If you're saying that this has to be submitted as a new business with this particular application, so be it. We're more than happy to go through the procedures that follows. We're not asking for no special treatment. We can submit this to the board. If you all say the next board meeting is next month, next week, next year, whatever, we would like to do that.
Okay, so then you don't have to fill anything out, you just have to then submit what you gave me with the different owner, not yourself. And we need an updated lease in that owner's name.
It does not have to, the owner name does not have to match. Is that somewhere on statute? Because we did it with our last business. Why are you saying we have to do it now? That the
In the
lease?
last business, it was under your name, Mr. Walker.
Okay. So are you saying that that is the law here in Burnham, that the lease has to match the the business license? Is that correct?
According to the ordinance, yes.
What ordinance is that? So I can
The
look it
business
up?
ordinance.
Okay.
And so what does he need to do now?
Well, if he's gonna submit those documentations with the new owner, then that's fine, then we could put them on the next agenda. There's some invoices that we paid and we need the updated lease that has it under the new that individual's name with, the owner of the strip mall.
Okay, now, so you understand what she's saying, right? So we don't.
Yeah, I
have-
understand what she's saying at this point, definitely. So to save time for me having to go back to the landlord to do a whole new lease, and I have a 5-year lease, and for him to amend any lease or whatever, because I have obtained a new business partner, to me makes no sense. So I will submit this, I will fill it out and put it in my name, and we can just get on with this. I think it's troublesome that you all will have me to have to go through that, just because a person has gotten a new partner or whatever, that they have to get a new, lease as well, or have the landlord to do a new 5-year lease or whatever, or amend the lease. That makes no sense.
So as soon as you have those documentations, just bring it in, so then we can then if everything's in order, put it on the next agenda, which would be the
So-
24th.
So if I make a request of the board tonight to approve this contingent upon the fact that you're gonna submit these documents to the clerk office, then when could we expect that?
I can have it tomorrow morning,
Tomorrow morning?
and if she would've left these documents, I would've had it tonight, whichever way.
Wait, again, which way are you going, Mr. Walker? Are you going with the new business name under the new or are you doing it under you just said you were gonna leave it in your name. Which way are you going, Mr. Walker?
I said that I will do that, but if you would've had the documents today and you would've called me back or whatever, I would've had it, that's all I'm saying. But yes, I'll have the documents up on tomorrow, so whenever the next time that
So
you
the
can, I'll be more than happy
contingency would be under
to.
what name? This
It's
is
gonna be up under my name, clerk.
It's gonna be on his name. Okay, so,
Under the sole proprietorship, I'm sorry, Mayor.
That is correct.
Okay, so you will submit all those documents that go on with the sole proprietorship.
so you'll have that tomorrow, you're saying?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask if the board would approve this contingent upon the fact that you will have that. If you do not get it tomorrow, then you will not be able to move forward. If you do get it,
Makes sense. to me,
Along
sir.
with the health inspection and fire and safety
Yeah.
inspection
yeah,
and the dumpster
yeah,
situation.
and the
You
liability.
keep on saying the dumpster situation, that has been rectified. Why do you keep on making note of that? What is the problem?
Well, we've gotten a lot of calls. We've gotten
You've
a lot of
already
calls.
stated that, sir, and so those calls, that was from a previous
I
incident
wanted
that was
to-
handled.
I wanted to really resonate, because I'm really tired of people calling me about it. And it's our job to try to make sure that we keep our facilities orderly and clean as much as possible. So, one thing that I rate to me more than anything is see garbage land everywhere, so.
And believe me, that's not. Now, have there been people's garbage, a lot of garbage cans all down there, but for me to take the heat for everybody, I'm more than happy to.
But it's not a time that I don't go down in the alley and I don't pick up anything if I see garbage, whether it's mine or somebody else's.
Okay, but we appreciate all participation we can give. We just want our town to be orderly and clean and decent and all the above. So I'm gonna ask if the board will go ahead and approve this tonight, so trustee Garcia, if you would make a motion, and it will be contingent upon him gonna submit these documents tomorrow. And if we get these documents tomorrow, then I think certainly by Thursday for sure, that we should be able to have you back up and running.
So make a
Okay.
motion to approve, under new ownership, OWE it is, sole proprietorship, located at 2456 and 2458 State Street, contingent on all the correct paperwork being submitted, on Wednesday,
And Wednesday will be April 16th.
April 16th.
We'll let the record show that. So, there's a motion on the floor by trustee Garcia, we need a second, please.
I'll second it.
Second by trustee Caput, clerk call the roll.
Trustee Cap,
Yes.
trustee Hodges,
Yes.
trustee Garcia,
Yes.
trustee Greer,
Yes.
trustee, Claybrook.
Yes.
The motion passed, thank you. And welcome back with your operation here in the village of Burnham, so we look forward to those documents.
Thank you.
So at this time, I will ask for,
Can I just,
okay, I'm sorry.
I know it's kind of late notice, but if you know anyone that's interested and is looking for a job, I have some information. A company, it's in Mantino, you know, it's about a 40-minute drive, but it's easy going, there's no traffic either way. They're doing interviews tomorrow and Thursday. So feel free to take a flyer and pass it along to anyone that might be interested in working.
Yeah, thank you, trustee
Okay,
Garcia.
Mayor, can I be recognized?
Yes, sir.
Again, East Egg Hunt is this Saturday, it's at Burnham Park, it's April 19th, it's at 11 o'clock AM. And they will have officials from Calumet Memorial Park District will be there. So East Egg Hunt this Saturday, 11 o'clock at Burnham Park. Also, CMPD is hiring for summer jobs, so if you're interested, you can go to their website, which would be mycmpd.com, or you call 708-868-2530. If you're looking for kids 16 and up, and looking for summer jobs, Calumet Memorial Park District is hiring. So with that, put on record.
Well, thank you, trustee Hodges. Are there any other comments for you? Yes.
Cedar will be at the community center this Saturday from 10 to 2. If you know of anyone that is in need of, electric, services, either light or gas, they can, come to the community center this Saturday at 10 to 2. And also, in the future, we are planning our community day. And we certainly would like for our businesses to participate in that day to promote your business. So we'll be around talking to each one of you, just a little later. Thank you.
Okay, trustee, we have no further comments from the board. I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion on the floor by trustee Claybrook to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's second by trustee Hodges. Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Cap,
Yes.
trustee Hodges,
Yes.
trustee Garcia,
Yes.
trustee Greer,
Yes.
trustee Claybrook.
Yes.
The motion passed, meeting adjourned. Thank you for coming.